Hey everybody, welcome back to West Mountain Clunkers. Tonight we will be working on the Buick. Last time we left off, we got it started. It ran for a few seconds, but we shut it off because the starter got stuck. And it was clashing with the flywheel and the ring gear. So hopefully, and it kind of started making a grinding sound. So hopefully nothing's too damaged and we can still use it because I was rebuilt starter and it was kind of expensive. I think our issue lies with the carburetor. There's a vacuum switch in there. I was doing a bunch of reading and it sounds like if those get dirty or it's assembled incorrectly, it could cause issues with the starter with the starter. So we're gonna pull the starter, inspect it, and also the ring gear, and maybe take a look at the carburetor too. Another issue. It may not even be that vacuum switch. Rewatching our previous video on that, I think the throttle linkage might have gotten stuck when we were trying to start it. So that might have been the initial issue, but we'll take a look at that. So, and on top of that, we're going to try to tear into the interior and get it mostly cleaned out and just kind of evaluate the floorboard situation, which is pretty grim. So that's where we're at right now. So we'll bring you along.
I think it's this little nut right here that's
that little washer right there.
okay.
All right, so we just tested the starter. The starter seems to work just fine, and there's barely any wear on the teeth. And same with the ring gear. There's a couple shiny spots, but there's no broken teeth. There's no marring, and there's no nothing. So, and yeah, I was making some grinding sounds, but that could just be a clashing from it not disengaging. So it might be an issue with the carb. So we're gonna again just bench test this real quick. So you want to test it?
Ready?
Yep. Okay, so
It's warm.
yeah, the wire's a little warm, but the starter works just fine still. So we're gonna throw it back in and
Try again?
Yeah, give it another go.
So right now we're waiting for the batteries to charge so we can give the starter another whirl. We tried it a little bit. The starter doesn't seem to be sticking, so maybe we can try getting it started again. But in the meantime, we're gonna delve into the interior and kind of pick it apart, clean it out a little bit, see what mysteries we can uncover, and see how disgusting it is.
everything torn out of this interior, obviously. There's a bit of an issue, a slight rust problem, as you can see. Also, it appears we don't have a floor. So it is 1000% worse than I thought it was going to be. I knew this was bad. I knew that was really bad. I knew there was a couple holes right here, but I didn't expect it to be. Okay, metal. I didn't expect it to be all the way up here. I think the rockers up to this point appear to be pretty good. Under the sill plate. So, I think we can save the rockers, which is a good thing because that's pretty structural. So, as long as we can save the rockers, we could probably make a new floor. I want to say no problem, but it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, there's literally like it was just coming up and like the vacuum itself was just pulling it up. So it's pretty bad. So I don't like. Is there a hole in the ceiling or something? I don't even know how it got. No, there's no hole in the ceiling. Looks like, but so I don't know how the floor just rusted out this bad. When we put out the front bench, we lifted up the front, and the front brackets just broke right off. So it's obviously I don't need to explain how bad it is. You can see how bad it is. So at this point, I really want to see if we can get the radio to work. So we're just gonna check the fuses real quick, and maybe fiddle around with that a little bit, and then after that we'll probably test that starter again. But this looks really scary and daunting, and realistically it is, and it's a huge bummer that it's as bad as it is, but it'll be a good learning experience. And yeah, so we're not gonna stop. We'll fix it. So maybe not by next summer, but it'll be fixed sooner or later. So all right, so this was quite a bit of work. We tried to turn the radio on. It wasn't working. We checked the fuses. Fuses were fine. Turns out in these old radios there's a thing called a vibrator. We pulled that out. It was vibrating, so we figured it was bad. Luckily, the Pontiac has a vibrator that fits. We spent like an hour and a half pulling that vibrator out because we had to take out the entire radio, stuck it in, and hopefully it works. All right, car's on. It's vibrating.
obviously there's a lot of static. There's tubes in there. I don't know anything about radios, but I know there's tubes, and tubes could be bad. So we'll have to look into that.
We could read the manual real quick and diagnose why it's so staticky.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Turn the key off. That means the radio in the Pontiac probably would have worked if we would have tried it. I mean, the radio was on this whole time, but there was no fuses for it, so.
Close and securely latch hood before checking for noise. Start engine, turn on radio, tune radio.
So, shut the hood?
Maybe.
I don't know why that would. Let's try it.
I doubt that's the issue. But whatever.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, and then what else?
Okay, so it says no, wrong page. Close and securely latch hood before checking for noise. Start engine. Turn on radio. Tune radio to a spot between stations. Engine noise will usually appear in radio as a clicking sound that varies in frequency with speed of engine. If noise is present, disconnect antenna, lead and cable from receiver. If engine,
we could have a bad antenna.
yeah.
Wire could be shot. So.
If engine noise stops when antenna is disconnected, check all high tension wires for full seats and sockets of coil and distributor cap. Okay. Check distributor rotor. What? I don't.
Peter.
I don't get why that has anything to do with the distributor.
Sensitive. So the back one is a sensitivity. So maybe we have to adjust that knob behind the manual tuning.
Maybe.
Because it was loose. I didn't really mess with it.
The manual tuning knob is right on the sonomatic radio. This knob may be used to tune in stations other than those for which the push buttons are set. It is also used for when tuning to set the buttons for selected stations. When tuning manually, and particularly when setting up a station on one of the sonomatic push buttons, careful judgment of the tuning knob is essential to good radio reception. If the program sounds screechy or distorted, it's probably caused by improper tuning. It can't be corrected by adjusting the tune.
Let's try that.
How does it help that we're right underneath a metal light ballast?
This is that tuning one, but it's.
Well, I think it keeps you from, like, if tighten it. Can we tighten it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay. Wait, see the back of it? Let me see the back of it.
It's nothing.
There's nothing to hold in place.
No. It just spins. Unless you're supposed to, like, turn it with that. I mean,
Alright.
alright, whatever.
It's closed, so it's tuned. Sounds loud.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably this wire right here. Up here. Yeah,
Well, we can't fix that, can we?
No, we can't.
Shoot.
Yeah, see that wire?
And there's a needle right here, dude.
Oh, really? Show you right there. So this is a wire to the antenna.
It's probably that high tension wire I was talking about.
Yeah, it's a high tension wire. It's pretty well shot, so that's probably why we're not getting any reception. But hey, at least the radio works. So I don't know if you just heard me because the mic was facing away from me. Up here is the high tension wire that the manual was talking about.
Okay, now do it. Now say it.
Okay, so up here is a high tension wire that the manual was talking about. It's pretty well crumbly and it's in pretty rough shape. So that's probably why we're getting really poor reception. But the radio works, so that's a plus. The really weird thing about the Buick is, yeah, we have no floor and it's in really, really rough shape. But so far, all the electrical works. For like 99% of electrical works. Earlier we found out the blinkers work. So that's another like the Pontiac is in way better shape as far as the sheet metal goes. But almost none of the electrical worked on the Pontiac, which is interesting. So yeah. So we're gonna clean up here a little bit, and we're probably gonna call it. It's getting pretty late. All right, so we're basically gonna wrap it up for tonight. It's super late, and we made a huge mess. So unfortunately, as you saw, the inside of the car is in rougher shape than we originally thought. I don't think it's a total loss though. I took all the sill plates off, and all the rockers are structurally sound, which is good because we can weld new floor panels to those. And I think we might have enough enough metal to get at least 2 panels done, maybe. So we can at least start on that here sometime shortly. But inside the car, we did find a couple of cool artifacts. We found a whole bunch of these rod bearings. I mean, they were new, old stock, like almost new in box, even though the boxes are pretty well disintegrated. But these are basic, aside from obviously the rust, these are basically brand new rod bearings. We did find a grill insert slat cover, which we were missing 3 of, so now we're only missing 2. We found the old Buick hood emblem, which is pretty cool. It's kind of sucks it's broken. It obviously faded, but it's still kind of cool. We already bought a brand new one to replace it. What else did we find? A crap ton of cigarettes, which I was supposed to throw that away and I didn't. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We didn't find really any cool paperwork or articles from the 50s or anything, but I don't know. I think what we found was pretty cool. So this is where we're going to end the video tonight. And we didn't get a whole lot done. We got the radio done, which is pretty cool. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you really like this content, or at least if you want to see this Buick later on and see how far we go with it, please subscribe, like our videos, and leave a comment down below, and even share this video for us. We could really use the subscribers. We are less than 300 subs away from 1,000, so if we could get to 1,000, that'd be absolutely awesome. So help us out here. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.